Hello, welcome to the Rio Gaming Nexus YouTube channel. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.
The humid air over League City, thick with the salty scent of the nearby bay and the distant hum of traffic on I-45, was like a dream come true for Bats. But Dr. Kirk Langstrom? He was nowhere near Texas. Nope, he was thousands of miles away, tucked away in the sterile quiet of his lab at the Gotham City Museum of Natural History. Still, his thoughts were on those night-flying creatures, from the Mexican free-tailed bats over Bracken Cave to the ones darting between the gargoyles of his own dark city. Kirk was a brilliant guy, a chiropterologist whose love for bats was only matched by his affection for his wife, Francine. But a dark cloud was hanging over him. Slowly but surely, he was losing his hearing. The vibrant sounds of life around him were fading into a frustrating silence, for someone who studied creatures that navigated the world through sound. This was a nightmare. Driven by a quiet desperation, Kirk became fixated on a radical idea. Bats have this amazing sonar sense, right? What if he could pinpoint the specific genetic markers in their glandular tissue that controlled this ability? What if he could whip up a serum that could give a human that same sense, bypassing his damaged ears? It's too risky, Kirk, Francine urged one night, her hand resting on his as he stared intently at a glowing green serum under a microscope. You haven't done any proper trials. We have no clue what this could do. What I know is that I'm going deaf, Francine, he replied, his voice strained. He couldn't look at her, not wanting to see the fear in her eyes. My whole world, my work, it's all slipping away. This is my only shot to get it back. That night, under the harsh fluorescent lights of the empty museum, desperation took over. With a shaky hand, Kirk filled a syringe with that shimmering green liquid. He blocked out the frantic squeaks of the bats in their enclosures, a sound he could barely make out anymore. He ignored the voice of reason in his head. He just wanted to hear again. He injected the serum into his own arm. At first, nothing happened. Then, a tingle, a wave of dizziness washed over him. Suddenly, the world exploded into a cacophony of noise. He could hear the frantic heartbeat of a mouse in the walls, the whisper of air through the vents, the distant thrum of Batman's grappling hook. It worked. His hearing was back, sharper and more intense than ever. But that triumph was short-lived, swallowed by a wave of intense pain. His bones popped and stretched, feeling like they were being snapped and reset all at once. His skin tingled and grew tough, stretching tight as his shoulder blades erupted into vast, leathery wings. His jaw elongated, his ears became pointed, and his nose flattened. Brown fur sprouted all over his body. His mind was the last thing to go. All those complex thoughts, his love for Francine, his identity as Kirk Langstrom, they were being drowned by a flood of primal instinct. Fly, hunt, feed. The glass of the lab's upper window shattered as a monstrous creature burst into the Gotham night. It was neither man nor bat, but a grotesque mix of both. Its shriek, a high-frequency sonar pulse, echoed through the stone canyons of the city, a sound that sent chills down spines. Terrified citizens looked up, their screams giving the creature its name, Man-Bat. The creature soared through the night, confused and furious. The city was a chaotic blend of noise and light. It didn't see the world with its eyes, but with echoes, painting a shimmering, ghostly picture of its new hunting ground. Inevitably, the chaos caught the attention of Gotham's protector. Batman, perched atop a gargoyle, observed the winged horror with narrowed eyes. This was no ordinary criminal. As he swooped down in the Batwing, the confrontation wasn't just good versus evil. It was order versus chaos. Batman's fight was calculated and precise, while Man-Bat's was a whirlwind of claws, teeth, and terrifying shrieks. Batman quickly figured out that his opponent wasn't malicious but panicked and animalistic. Using a sonic emitter, he managed to disorient the creature, sending it crashing into the relative calm of Gotham Park. As the sun began to rise, its rays filtering through the trees, a final, agonizing transformation took place. The beast writhed on the grass, its form shrinking and contorting until, once again, the naked, trembling form of Kirk Langstrom lay in its place. He was cold, confused, and covered in dirt. As the memories of the night flooded back, the pain, the flight, the fear in people's eyes, a single horrifying realization hit him. In his desperate attempt to reclaim his senses, he had unleashed a monster. He had cured his deafness, but in doing so, he had cursed himself, creating a feral beast that would always lurk just beneath his skin, waiting for the sun to set. Dr. Kirk Langstrom was a good man, but he would forever be locked in a tragic battle for his own soul against the terrifying creature known as Man-Bat.